Hi there. In this video, I want to talk about 5 important reasons why you should always work with a dedicated team if you want to grow your agency. So there is a big difference between working with a freelancer or working with a dedicated agency owner. And I'm going to tell you 5 reasons that why a dedicated team is better to work with when growing your agency than working with a freelancer. So the very first reason is a freelancer doesn't have clear SOPs to work on your project. On the other hand, a dedicated team always have clear SOPs for the tasks that need to get done. So because a dedicated team completely work differently. They have SOPs because they manage many clients, so they keep a list of SOPs to get specific tasks done. And these SOPs are basically created by experts and the people that basically specialize in a specific skill. On the other hand, a freelancer basically goes through a video on YouTube and then will do your tasks. The second reason that I want to talk about is the quality control. A freelancer does not have someone who will look at their thing that they do or their project and tell them, hey, this is where the problem is. So there is no quality control when you are working with a freelancer. On the other hand, a dedicated team have a specific QA person who basically, whenever there is a time when a dedicated team needs to submit a project, a QA person will jump on the project and first take a look at the project and check and make sure that everything works smoothly. And the third thing that I want to talk about is a freelancer does not have diversified skills. So for example, if you are doing a web development project and you hire a freelancer, so a freelancer can be either a designer or she can be a developer. So a developer is specialized in development. He does not know design or UI UX. So he will always ask you for, well, I need a UI UX design for this project. And if you have hired a designer, then obviously you need to have a developer as well. So that way you have to go through multiple freelancers to get a project done. On the other hand, if you work with a dedicated team, they have UI UX person on the team, they have a designer, they have a developer, they have a QA, they have a manager who is looking at the project. So there are multiple people with specialized skill that basically working on a project, and each one of the individual participate and use their own experience and bring value to the table. Another reason that I want to talk about is a freelancer. When you are working with a freelancer on a project, there is no accountability. You cannot keep them accountable. So there is no one to check on them to make sure that they are working and to make sure that the project will be delivered on time. If you are an agency that rely on freelancers to get the client work done, it's going to be really messy. Because I've been there and I have worked with a lot of freelancers throughout my journey, and it sometimes get really messy because there will be a deadline and you want to deliver on deadline to the client, and your freelancer will not be around and there will not be no accountability. On the other hand, if you work with a dedicated team for a project, there is a person that always makes sure that the things get done on time, and that person is a manager on the team, and he or she will be responsible to make sure that all the work get done on time. Another reason that you should not work with a freelancer is there can be multiple delays during your project. So if you have outsourced your project to a freelancer and you are yourself an agency owner or a solo freelancer, then there can be unexpected delays because of there can be emergencies, there can be multiple reasons that can lead to delays on the project. On the other hand, if you work with a dedicated team, you can save a lot of time. And if one person is not on board, or if there is any emergency, then there will be another person who will take the lead on the project and get your project done on time. So these were the reasons that are really important to consider when you are outsourcing your agency projects, when the client trusts your agency for a project. So make sure that you outsource it to a dedicated team rather than working with a freelancer. The freelancer maybe save you like a couple of bucks, or maybe, I don't know, but there can be multiple reasons that can basically make your clients unhappy and will lead to a project loss. So that's why you should always consider working with a dedicated team. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.